For this video, we're going to install the slave cylinder for the clutch and the air conditioner. Before I start with anything, I want to give a quick shout out to Junk from Work. Its YouTube channel is called Junk from Work. It's a pretty cool channel. He actually gave a shout out to my channel. He's watching my videos, and I was super happy that someone was interested in what I'm doing. And I was watching his channel because he has like incredible stuff. He got a I don't know, a tool like this thing here, like the starter, and then he draws in a paper, or he has that prepared, saying how it works, what's the voltage, how it goes in and go out, and how we transform the energy into this, how is the motor and all that stuff. And then he opens that thing and shows you how it is inside. So sometimes you might have something that's broken, and you know, maybe something very simple that you can open and put a JB Weld or something and not buy a new part. And sometimes it's just interesting to know how it works. So shout out to you. Thank you, Junk from Work. His link will be down here. You guys should go there and check out. And let's get to work. So let's just start by connecting this guy here, because this means every time I press the clutch, this thing here spits oil. So this goes way down there, and that's pretty much what we're going to connect first. And let's do it. Over there, let's take this big bolt out of here. There should be 2 washers, and I'm gonna put a... Alright, so you see the thing is there. That's I'm not gonna tighten the crap out of it because it is a aluminum fitting, and the 2 washers, so I don't think it needs to be very, very, very tight. There you go. So just move the line a little bit so it doesn't touch on the engine mount. So next thing we're going to install, I have no idea what the freaking thing is this is, but it's part of the air conditioner. So this goes right in here. Just a couple bolts, so we either go from the bottom or from the top. I think this is the right way, and then it goes like that. So let's aim, and there we go. You gotta do like this first. gonna take this thing out of here. I put back in there just so I wouldn't lose the bolts. So got that done. And that one. There's this bolt. I'm not sure if this side is correct. But leap of faith. If it's not correct, I'll change it. Oh, let's see. Okay. So, two bolts. Put this thing in here. And I'll bet that is this way. Alright, got a bunch of extensions here, so I'll go down there and just alright. Yeah, so now I don't know if you can tell, but we have this thing here that goes in here, which means this bolt down here is not aligned. The whole thing is not aligned properly. So what I'm gonna do is unbolt this cylinder thing and turn it a little bit. So turning it that way gives me some leverage for me to attach back where it's supposed to be. And there you go. So this goes in there. Again, this is aluminum, so, and there is a O-ring in there, so no over tightening necessary. So those are the two things we need to connect. There's this guy here, which is loose. It has a little weird button that goes right there. I'm gonna take that bolt out of there, put it right in there. The other one is a hard line that came out of the second hole, came all the way down here and to here. I don't know how this is called. It's like the air conditioner radiator thingy. And then we have this big line in here, right? Where is it? Big line. It's like I don't know. I took it out, but so this apparently goes on the back part. So the line that comes from the car goes on the front part of the air conditioner. So we take out of here. Sorry, I'm holding the camera because otherwise it's kind of pointless because you can't see anything. There we go. That one is there. And you just push a little bit. There's a little gasket. There we go. And the second one, oh my. Oh nice, I dropped it. Okay, got that down. So that part goes in there and the other end goes right on this radiator thingy, right? One last thing is there's this support which is right in here, and also you can see that this bolt is kind of rusty, so it's giving me trouble
getting in there. Let me see if I can get a proper zoom. There we go. So you see it's very rusty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this guy in here and make new threads on it. There you go. It's like a new boat. The zoom's not helping, but I promise it's like a new boat. So we are going to put this one down here on this line. It's very important that you press the lines down because there is a little gasket, and yeah, then all of this is good. This here, there's a little 10mm in there. Everything needs an extension because it's super hard to get into all this stuff. I have no idea how I did it, but I did it. It worked. So nice. We have those two here now. I'll try to keep the lines out of the way so you can see, but that's let me just start the thread. Nice. There we go. So you can see. Okay. I think that's it. I don't need to torque or anything. And the second one. So in short, the line, the hard line, which is the smaller line, oh yeah, I got it. Nice. So the smaller line, which is this, line here, it's like just a little pipe. Can you see this guy here? That one goes on the inside, down there, here. And the line that goes down on the bottom of the thingy, and thingy I mean the compressor, which is this guy, that one goes on the outside of that part. So and the other one is right here. There we go. It helps so much to have those big extensions. And just to end, we have this little buddy here. That one has this special big one. Okay, so twisting and turning, I managed to get that guy in place. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna tighten a little bit. Can't tighten too much because next time it's going to be blown if you tie too much aluminum. Two of those bolts here somewhere. Yeah, right on. So I'm just what I'm doing right now, I'm just getting all the loose ends, all this stuff I took out of place. I'm trying to see if everything is tight again.
Yeah, thank God that one is tight, because I should have done that before all of those. Okay, that's good. So let me find those two bolts here, and we're good to go. So I just installed the serpentine belt, and I don't know, tell me what you think. Should I do all of this in one video, put multiple videos? And now I need to push the tensioner. So the tensioner goes and push this little, the serpentine belt all the way. So let me see if I can find a combination of tools that will make my life easier here. Alright, it sucks, but it gotta be like this. So got this here, and the way I do it, put your finger right here, push, and if it's moving too much, it's no good. You gotta have like a little bit of slack, but just a little bit. So yeah, so if you push, I don't even know how to show that. I think on the side, let me show you. So here you can see the belt from the bottom. If you put your finger here and push, you can see that it moves a tiny bit. I might say that it's even a little bit too tight, but you know, you move and it doesn't quite move, so this is good for me. I also check, this is gonna be another video. We have this little part in here, and this is going to hold this big guy here, which is one of the fat guys that we redone. So this goes to the back, and but this is going to attach right in there. I was here making the video, and all of a sudden my cat started meowing from the outside, and so that's it for tonight. The starter motor will be on the next video. I need to work on the BMW a little bit, because we would have drifting events here in Spokane. It would be I think it would be right about now, and I still have a bunch of mods to put in my car, like angle kit, all the coilovers front and rear. The car only has the front ones, and it's kind of icky. Basically that's it, and the passenger racing seat, but I mean, not crazy about that one. But place that we run in Spokane, they double the price, just because we don't have enough people drifting. I tried to contact them and see if I could have some deal, you know, maybe making it a little public on YouTube and giving them more exposure and stuff, but yeah, I was kind of ignored. So we are going to drift in Walla Walla on the Villains, and the other one is in Spokane Raceway, which is Shiro Masuri. Anyway, so it'll be kind of a mix between videos on the Eclipse and videos on the BMW, just because the BMW I need it, because if the day gets there and I don't have my mods, I kind of can't drift. So I hope you enjoy all those videos coming, and this baby here, it's almost ready to roll. I cannot even believe I can't sleep. I go to bed at night, I keep dreaming like, oh man, what do I need to do? Which bolts I forgot to tie it in, and so on. Anyway, subscribe, comment, and like, and I'll see you on the next video.
Look past my face. See status. I mean, it's a McDonald's.